Today in Draw My Life, what happens if you only eat chocolate? A new day begins. Breakfast is ready. Hot chocolate, a brownie topped with chocolate spread, accompanied by a chocolate bar. And at lunchtime, more chocolate. And for dinner, chocolate. So it is, you can only eat chocolate. Is this a nightmare or a dream come true? Before answering, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to see the best drawn videos. Promise. It doesn't matter what your answer is. Whether you're one of those who savor every last bit of chocolate with eyes closed to the sound of a heavenly melody, or those who feel like dying by just trying a piece of chocolate. Do you think your body could endure a lifetime eating only chocolate? Let's try Gregory. Give it up for Gregory, please. Gregory is one of those who are crazy about chocolate. Then he receives with joy the news that from now on he can only eat chocolate. He'll have at his disposal all kinds of chocolate 24/7. Powder, liquid, spread, chocolate bars, you name it. Gregory begins this experiment with enthusiasm. The first thing he has to eat is a chocolate bar with chocolate shake. This meal will give him a lot of energy. He feels super powerful and very happy. He's full of dopamine. So he decides to go for a run in the park. Wow, he's never been so fast! Gregory's body is burning all the components of chocolate, which in the case was mostly sugar. But wait, suddenly he starts to feel more and more tired. He stops and takes a breath. Then he chooses to return home walking. When he arrives, he lies down in bed and goes to sleep. What a strange change! Waking up, he's extremely hungry and is dying to eat something sweet. So he goes to the kitchen and makes a chocolate sandwich. How delicious. However, when finishing the sandwich, he doesn't feel completely full. He goes through the cupboards and finds a box of chocolate bonbons. He thinks that one will suffice, but he starts to eat one, then another, and another, until he finally finishes the entire box of chocolates. Dizzy, he goes to bed. He no longer feels the beat of happiness he felt before. Weeks go by and Gregory's weight increases, as does his bad mood. Chocolate, it's all he thinks about. One day, as part of the experiments, the scientists offer him a healthy food plate. But Gregory is not one for jokes and throws the plate in the air. At his refusal, they offer him now a plate of melted chocolate. Gregory eats it almost without breathing. Migraines, diarrhea, and anxiety attacks caused by chocolate don't stop him from eating it. He can't stop. The more chocolate candy he eats, the more he needs them. While savoring the chocolate, he feels a great euphoria and happiness. But when he finishes, oh, you don't want to be in front of him. A year later, and after some tests, the doctors decide to stop the experiment. Gregory's cholesterol is through the roof, the liver about to explode. The teeth will soon fall due to all the cavities, and is diagnosed with diabetes. This prevents the satiety hormone to do its job. This is why he's never satisfied and needs to eat chocolate constantly. After several months of rehabilitation, it seems that Gregory was beginning to control his addiction. At the beginning of the treatment, they took him to a room where each time he tried to eat the chocolate bar in front of him, electric shocks were given to him. But despite the consequences, he insisted on eating it. One day, his best friend invited him to her birthday. Gregory hadn't tried chocolate for 7 months. Her friend thought that there would be no problem if she put a giant chocolate house in the garden. But she was so wrong. At first, Gregory tried to control himself, but after 5 minutes, he started to eat the house without anyone seeing him, and after having eaten the little windows of the house, he left with remorse and without saying goodbye to his friend. He went home. Once home, he took out many chocolate bars he had in a hidden pantry. After, he brought out several liters of chocolate shakes he had in a mini fridge. He gave free rein to his impulses until he lost track of time and didn't know how many days had passed. After 2 days eating chocolate without stopping and spending a day unconscious, Gregory woke up at the hospital. He had suffered severe poisoning and had nearly died. The doctor explained that although it's very difficult for a person to become intoxicated with chocolate, he had succeeded. How? Why? The culprit is theobromine. This is a substance that is found in cocoa beans and is in fact what gives it its bitter taste. When taken in excess, it can increase the heart rate, causing sweating, shaking, and strong headaches. Failure to seek help can lead to a catastrophic end. To get to this point, you have to consume 1,000 milligrams of theobromine per kilo of body weight. Approximately, to reach a harmful amount, you would have to consume about 290 chocolate bars. So Gregory reached his limit. It's clear that no one can live on chocolate alone. However, can you live without chocolate? We all know what Willy Wonka would say, but we'll leave this in another Draw My Life. Today is a great day for humanity. Today is International Chocolate Day, the sweet of excellence, the most eaten sweet in the world, and my favorite sweet. If you want to know its story, don't forget to see the Draw My Life of chocolate. If you haven't subscribed yet, take time to do it or you will run out of chocolate. Until next time!